This show is putting together most of my work from last year. Since I started to get into the oil painting and process, it took me a while. I basically stopped to paint walls and try to just be in the studio and focus on painting oil and how to keep my technique but transferring with oil paint. And it was a really nice process and journey for me, and I feel that I kind of found a way to just make my paintings softer and work more with the time. And it's a kind of really sensual medium also, compared to acrylic that you have to go quick to bend the colors. I started the Blooming Muse series when I started to paint oil, because also it was easy for me to experiment oil with the petals of the flower, because it's really sensual. For me, it's like the human skin. So you can just have any colors melting together and this kind of velvet feel. And I don't know, it was just a moment that I was kind of really into myself and more introspection and humbly trying oil. So this series is kind of really simple, no reference, just trying the paint and see how it reacts. But then now I see them and now I think that it's really sensual and erotic at the same time, but I wasn't really aware when I was doing that. And for this series, the Gitana series, that is the last one, I was kind of inspired by two shows that I've seen here in San Francisco. You may not see the link, but so I saw the Maori paintings series at the Dion Museum, and I was really amazed by how they was just standing and how to make a classical portrait of someone, how it is so powerful to have the pyramidal composition and have someone just standing here, and also all the story about Maori and all the all the folklore and all the outfits of those people late it was maybe 1890 something, and they are still really contemporary and really beautiful. And I went to see the Klimt show and was totally opposite, and just like an explosion of colors and shapes just floating around, and woman bodies and just mixing with background, and I don't know, just like something really happy and opening up and explosive. Really sensual, also really feminine, and a kind of way of painting really natural and really spontaneous. Those two are the first ones of the series. I didn't know how many I would do, and I think I would just go on with this series. But I really like those two ones because I did this one first and then I add this one, so they kind of complete each other. They look at each other and they have one eye hidden, both of them. And they just have the diagonal, it makes a V composition. I like them because they are the first of the series, and so I'm just more affectionate to those two pieces together. Actually, after that, I thought I wouldn't be able to do other ones because everything was said. But no, I think you just have to push yourself and just make it like an exercise of style. So I'm just going on with this series, but I kind of like the different fabrics, the mix of the dramatic feel and some really bright colors at the same time. I mean, also the white hair gives the kind of fairy look and timeless. This is really important for me to make some timeless paintings. I don't want my paintings to be just from now or just from before. I want to mix what I know from the past and what's going on now. So I want to make them special from this time, from this period of time, but also kind of confusing. And I want to give them something kind of vintage also, because I never use proper white or proper black. I always try to give them a wash, a natural wash, that as if they were already existing. I don't know. Because for me, I paint them and they just have their own life. They exist themselves. So I don't want them to look brand new. I want them to have already a soul, a character, you know. I wasn't looking at photos when I was painting. I was just trying to flow and to improvise and just put together things that are not especially fitting, but just kind of chaos, organized, and focus on the composition and the accumulation of things. I mean, I've been covering the face for a while now. Now I'm trying to discover the face again, but I've been just working on masks for a long time. Any kind of mask, those are more like African feel, African style. I kind of liked the rawness, trying to just cover the whole face, but still keeping something really feminine. How can I just cover the face and still keep something really sensual without the lips, the eyes, you know? So they're kind of warrior characters, really strong, but at the same time really vulnerable, naked, and just really naturally fragile. So I just kind of like this contrast between the face and the black mask and something really bold and warrior, and then the fragility of the naked feminine body. On those two especially, it's like one supporting the other one and just trying to find the balance. I like the diagonal composition just to make it kind of floating at the same time standing, and there's always one that is falling on top of the other one, and they just find the balance like this. So this is a little bit how I feel with my twin sisters sometimes, and we just balance each other. So I got this series done, or started it here in San Francisco, and then I came back to Barcelona and I kind of added a few pieces, and then the rest of the show was just the pieces I've done last year when I was actually painting oil and starting to try to build a show. So I'm kind of really happy of how it just melt and empowered all together with Léonore Fini. I think it's. I think we both have our strengths and you know, and charismatic work together. It just makes it even more powerful. So this one is a little bit the same, and it's, you know, it's just like one that is weaker than the other one, but they just kind of walk hand by hand and try to balance themselves. But at the same time, feeling really fragile and floating, like not being really stable on the ground and naked. The nude is not really the erotic nude, it's more the fragility of being naked. Yeah. And the hair, because I work a lot on the hair. For me, it's the power of the femininity, and it covers and it shows at the same time. The hair are flowing and adapting to the body forms. The bird mask, I don't know, I've been obsessed with bird for a long time. I like the bird mask because I like that they're kind of hiding the lips. I mean, they're protecting the lips. The beak is sharp, and it's like something that is protecting the lips. I just like those two perspectives. So yeah, I'm left-handed. I think it's actually something great, and I'm not trying to hide it. So when I draw, I just stain my sheets of paper, and I just keep it like this. I think it's nice because then you can just see. I mean, it's messy, but my mind is messy, and I guess that's why I'm an artist, maybe I can improve better in a, kind of chaotic mind than if I was doing something else. So I'm clumsy, I'm messy, and it's all good. I think I'm really proud of it. I don't know. I can see, if I look at all my artist friends and how they draw, I can see a lot of their personality in the drawings. And again, I'm trying to keep every flaws, and I'm trying to keep lines and stains because it's part of it. It's part of the process. And usually I almost never sketch before painting. I try to improvise, but sometimes I'm like here I was just looking for ideas, but then I just paint directly. I kind of prefer to keep all my energy for the painting. I'm not interested in sketching and then doing the painting. I'm already bored before starting the painting if I do it twice, So I don't know. I think it's a really intimate part of the artist. The drawings are the intimate part of the artist. A painting you can always go over and over. You can hide and show whatever you want. You decide what you want to show and hide, but in the drawing, it's just like the way it is. So I try to keep them raw because I don't have patience and I'm not like a really appliqué person. So I think this is showing my personality a lot.